Here's a second example of how to use the calculator to actually solve algebraic equations. In this problem, you see where I have fractions everywhere. Just like in the first example, you have a lot of freedom to take this as far as you're comfortable. If you're looking at the fractions and decide that you don't want to work with the fractions in there, you could very well get rid of the fractions by simply multiplying by the common denominator. In this particular problem, the common denominator is 20. So I would multiply through by 20 to all three terms. As I multiply to all three terms, I'll do 20 divided by 2 is 10. So I'll write this as 10 times 4k minus 3. Remember that numerator comes down unchanged. 20 divided by 5 is 4. So I'll say minus 4 because of the operator there. Numerator comes down unchanged. 5k plus 3 equaling 20 divided by 4 is 5. And once again, that numerator comes down unchanged. 7k minus 2. Now, once I have an algebraic equation that I'm comfortable with, I need to zero it out. As I look at this particular equation, I see there's a lot more terms on the left-hand side and then on the right-hand side. So I'm going to choose to move this term over. As I move that to the left, we do have to change its sign, so we'll say 10 times 4 kangaroo minus 3 minus 4 times 5 kangaroo plus 3. And as this comes over, we'll bring it over as a minus 5 times 7 kangaroo minus 2 equals 0. I really don't have to take it any further than that. When I have it zeroed out, I can go to the equation editor, and I'm going to show you that on the calculator now, and type all that in. If you wanted to go farther, if you wanted to distribute and combine all your like terms, you are more than capable of doing that. I want to show the power of the calculator though, so I want to be a little lazy and just have the calculator do most of the work. Once again, what I have to do is type this y equal button right here. I want to press that y equals. That takes me to what's known as the equation editor. I have the last problem still in there, and so I'm going to hit clear. And then what I need to do is type in everything that I see here. So I'll do 10, then I do my parentheses. The calculator will not allow you to use different variables, so you always have to by default use x. And so I'll do 4x minus 3, and then I'll do minus 4 parentheses, and I'll say 5x plus 3. 5x plus 3, close that parenthesis. And then I go to this last term where it's a minus 5. Then I use my parentheses and I say 7x minus 2. Just double check that I have the correct thing typed in there. I had 10 times 4x minus 3 minus 4 times 5x plus 3 minus 5 times 7x minus 2. Once I have that correctly typed into my calculator, I'm going to graph this. In all of these problems, it will only cross the x-axis at one point. So I hit graph. And I'm going to hit the zoom standard on this one because I had zoomed it in the last problem. Here's a standard look then. I see that the line comes down. I'm looking for this point of intersection right here where it crosses the x-axis. This is the x-axis, this is the y-axis. I'm interested in when the y value is 0 and whatever this x value is. And so I'll hit second, the trace button or calc button right here. And I'm going to the option where it says 0. We're calling that zeroing out the equation. When I call up that function, it'll ask for a left bound, and so I have to move the cursor. Now, I can see the cursor coming up here. It has to be to the left of where it crosses that x-axis. Doesn't matter where. You see, you can go as far as you want, just as long as you're to the left of it. I hit enter, and then I need a right bound. So I hit enter, guess wherever, and it'll take me immediately to that. If you can see that on the calculator, it says negative 2.13 repeating, and y value is 0. So the solution for this would actually be k equaling negative 2.1333, and so on and so forth. And so you just make sure that you take it out as far as I ask you on the homework papers, or in this case, the take-home test. Make sure your decimal goes as far as I ask you to take it, and you round appropriately. So you saw all on this one where I said k equal negative 2.13333, and hopefully that helps you out. You figure out how to use the graphing calculator to solve algebraic expressions.